When the officer spotted me with a briefcase at the construction site, he figured he had nabbed a big-time criminal. But rather than sorting things out, he immediately went for someone else's case without any authority. What followed? Let's just say the construction foam did what it was designed to do. But let's rewind to the very start. You know that moment when it hits you that your day is about to go south? Yeah, that was me. Just 5 minutes into this whole ordeal. My name's Julian Roberts, 42 years of age, senator in these so-called United States. Sounds prestigious, right? Yet out here, I'm just another black man with a briefcase. Welcome to America. The day began pretty ordinarily. Meetings, handshakes, and far too much coffee. You know how politics goes. By mid-afternoon, I decided to swing by the construction site where we were transforming an old, dilapidated building into a community center. Big aspirations, good vibes, all that jazz. I parked my Lincoln nearby, stepped out of my casual attire, just jeans and a t-shirt that doesn't exactly scream senator, and made my way to get my case. Nothing harmful about that, right? Wrong. Here's the catch about the case. It isn't just any briefcase. It's rigged. We thought we were being clever, testing out some security traps. Inside is a DIY construction foam system. Open it the wrong way, and boom, you're engulfed in sticky, expanding madness. A foolish idea in retrospect, but at the time, it seemed amusing. As I reach for my case, I hear it, the sound of a police siren. My heart sinks like a lead balloon. Out comes Officer Power Trip, sporting that classic cop look. Buzz cut, mirrored sunglasses, and a face that screams, "I'm about to complicate your life." Striding over like he owns the street, his hand hovers near his holster. I can feel this is going to end badly. Zero greetings, just a demand. "What are you doing here?" I raise my hand slightly, aware of how these situations often play out, and attempt to keep my voice steady. "Just picking up my briefcase. It's my property." He gives me a look as if I've just claimed I'm Santa Claus. "Your property?" he scoffs, scanning me like I'm intruding on his territory. "Let me see some ID." I nod, thinking compliance might speed things up. "Sure thing, it's in my car." But he cuts me off, his hand firmly on his belt. Step back, hands where I can see them. I know I shouldn't say it, but seriously? Here I am, standing in broad daylight, dressed in jeans and sneakers, and he's acting like I'm about to whip out a rocket launcher. But okay, I raise my hands higher. "Officer, I'm a senator. This is a misunderstanding." I try again, maintaining a steady tone. "I'm just here to grab my case." He doesn't even bat an eye. "What's in the case?" he demands, pointing at it as if it's a ticking time bomb. "Tools, paperwork," I answer, thinking that should clarify things. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. "I'll check that myself," he snaps, stepping forward and grabbing the case before I can intervene. Now, I should have warned him, told him about the foam, but honestly, given how he's treating me, would he even listen? Doubtful. So I silently cringe as he pops the latches. It all happens in a split second. A geyser of sticky, expanding foam erupts like it has a personal vendetta. His face, his uniform, his arms, everything is instantly coated. He stumbles backward, screaming, "What the—" I take a step back, struggling not to laugh because, wow, this is quite the spectacle. He's flailing, trying to claw the foam off his face, but all he's doing is spreading it further. Naturally, a crowd begins to form because, of course, they would, and several are pulling out their phones. Great, now it's a show. "What the hell is this?" he bellows, his voice muffled by the sticky mess. I clear my throat, attempting to sound professional. "It's a security measure. Construction foam. Harmless." "Harmless," he yells, wiping his eyes with a foam-covered hand and making everything 10 times worse. "You're under arrest, assaulting an officer, tampering with evidence." I blink. Evidence of what? It's just a briefcase. But he's too preoccupied shouting into his radio, requesting backup like I've unleashed a lethal weapon. Meanwhile, the crowd keeps growing. I hear someone whisper, "Isn't that Senator Roberts?" And another person chuckles, "Oh man, this is hitting Instagram." I stand there, arms still raised, baffled by how my low-key day exploded into full-on chaos. Deep down, I can't help but think, serves you right. Ever witnessed someone fumble so dramatically you almost feel sorry for them? That was me, watching Officer Foam Explosion, completely ensconced in sticky chaos, trying to salvage his dignity. Spoiler, he didn't succeed. Backup arrives. It's 2 officers. One is a sharp-eyed woman who glances at the scene and asks, "What the hell happened?" "He assaulted me," Foam Cop yells. "With foam." She deadpans, glancing my way. "It's a security trap," I explain. "He opened my briefcase without permission, on my property." Her expression says it all. "You've got to be kidding me." She turns back to Foam Cop. You opened his briefcase? It looks suspicious, he sputters, still trying to wipe foam off his face. And now you look ridiculous, she replies, deadpan. The crowd erupts in laughter, recording every moment. I can't help but feel a glimmer of hope. Maybe someone here still has sense. So, here's where things shifted from bad to surreal. I'm standing there, still sticky from the fallout of foam, while Officer Marshmallow keeps barking on his radio like I'm the most wanted criminal ever. The crowd? Oh, they're reveling in it, laughing, filming, and providing commentary like it's open mic night. I should be angry, but honestly, it's tough to feel mad when the guy at the center of all this looks like a frosted cupcake. Anyway, backup finally arrives. A couple of officers stepping out of their squad car, clearly unprepared for the scene they're entering. One officer, a tall woman exuding a "don't mess with me" vibe, takes one look at the foam-coated debacle and raises an eyebrow. "What happened here?" she asks, her tone sharp enough to cut through the noise. "He attacked me," Foam Cop shouts, pointing his sticky finger in my direction. She pauses, tilting her head, clearly unimpressed. "You're saying he attacked you with foam?" "It's not just foam," he retorts. "It's some kind of weapon." At this point, the crowd cannot hold back. Someone yells, "Weaponized foam, man! You're a clown!" Another adds, "This guy's career is over. Just wait till the memes come out." The sharp-eyed officer turns to me. "All right, sir, can you explain your side of this?" Finally, some rationality. "It's my property," I say, keeping my voice steady despite the chaos. I warned him not to open the case, but he did anyway. The foam is a harmless security measure, just sticky. She gives me a measured look, then turns back to Foam Cop. "You opened his briefcase without a warrant? It looks suspicious," he protests, his voice cracking. "Suspicious?" She deadpans. "So you decided to open it like a piñata, and now you're covered in foam?" The crowd is loving this. Someone yells, "She's roasting him. Get her a mic." Even I can't help but smirk. She's handling this far better than he did. "I thought he was trespassing," Foam Cop murmurs, sounding a lot less assertive now. She sighs deeply once more. "Did you ask for ID or check who he is before opening the case?" He hesitates, and the pause says it all. The sharp-eyed officer doesn't wait for any excuse. She pulls out her notepad and starts writing. "Sir," she says, turning back to me, "do you have ID on you?" "Of course," I reply, nodding toward my car. "It's in the glove compartment." She signals to one of the junior officers. "Go with him and confirm his ID, and make it quick." A few minutes later, the officer returns looking sheepish. He's Senator Julian Roberts." The air goes dead quiet for half a second, and then the crowd erupts. "I told you that was Senator Roberts," someone shouts. Another voice declares, "You're done, bro." Foam Cop looks like he wants to sink into the ground. "Senator," he stammers, his face, what little isn't coated in foam, turning beet red. "Yep," I say, folding my arms. "And you just arrested me for standing on my property with my briefcase." The sharp-eyed officer shows no signs of hiding her irritation. "All right," she says, turning back to Foam Cop. "We're done here." "Sir, I apologize for the inconvenience," he manages to mutter. "Inconvenience?" I repeat, raising an eyebrow. "This guy accused me of assault and tried to arrest me over foam." She tries to remain composed. "I'll file a report, sir. He'll be debriefed." The crowd is practically cheering now, phones still recording every moment. Foam Cop tries to slink away, but the sharp-eyed officer stops him. "Not so fast," she says, her voice frosty. "You're riding back with us." And just like that, the show wraps up. I dust off my hands, nod to the crowd, and head to my car, pondering how long it'll take for this scene to hit the internet. It's probably already trending. As I pull out of the lot, I catch a glance of Foam Cop in the rearview mirror. Still drenched, still humiliated. And you know what? Maybe karma does have a sense of humor after all.